Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben. A few days ago I posted a short where I asked you a question. Has PlayStation already abandoned PSVR 2? There were many reactions and responses. Oh, and by the way, I want to thank you for your participation and for approaching to the topic with moderation and respect, even if you didn't appreciate the question. Based on your engagement, which made me realize that it's a topic that you care about, I want to explain why I asked that question. Additionally, I want to respond to those who say that I am against PSVR 2, and doing so, I will share a couple of my opinion that could enhance the experience with PSVR 2. So watch the video till the end and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's dive right into the video. In that short of a few days ago, I provided a quick analysis of what we've seen so far since the release of PSVR 2. It's mid-July now. PSVR 2 was launched in the second half of February, so it passed about 5 months since its release. And in terms of number, we have slightly over 600,000 of units sold, one Sony exclusive released alongside the headset release, which is Horizon Call of the Mountain, and VR support for two games that are already available on flat, which are Gran Turismo 7 and Resident Evil Village with VR support. Finally, on July 4, we received the first third-party exclusive developed by Dreams, which is Synapse. So, in 5 months, apart from some titles already available on other VR platforms, the exclusives, meaning games that can be played only on PSVR 2, are essentially two: Horizon Call of the Mountain and Synapse. Honestly, to be fair and accurate in reporting information, we can also include Switchback, but I said it here and let's forget about it immediately. So 5 months, 3 exclusives, one released with the headset, one is terrible, so let's forget about it, and one is a third-party exclusive that, while interesting and funny, is a rather repetitive roguelike, and if we compare it with other roguelikes, it's a bit lacking in contents. Oh, by the way, regarding Synapse, you can watch my review on the card that appear right now, but don't do it now. First, watch this video completely. With that said, considering that no significant VR games has been presented during the PlayStation showcase, I started to wonder, does PlayStation intend to continue supporting PSVR 2, or has it found itself compelled to make demands of those who already purchased the headset? You may say, well, what the difference does it make? As long as the games arrive, the reason doesn't matter. But it matters, and you know it. When I do something with enthusiasm, it's because I want to do that thing very well. I strive to offer the best of what I can give, and PlayStation has the capability to give a lot. On the other hand, when I have to do something reluctantly, but still had to do it, the results will be for sure on lower quality. And let me tell you this, I like to do always this same example. Let's say, for example, that I signed for an annual gym membership. In September, I have all the good intention to attend and exercise. I purchased the right shoes, the rest of the workout gear, all the supplements, and so on. And since I am already convinced that I will truly enjoy it, instead of paying for just 1 month, I pay for the whole year, because I already know I want to go, and by pay in advance for the whole year, I even get a discount usually. But then, after a short while, I realize that I don't enjoy it so much anymore, and I do not want to go anymore. But now, I already paid for the whole year, and I can simply stop going, wasting the money spent on the membership. So, I do not train to get in shape, but just to justify the expense I made and not to waste the money I paid for the gym. Now, listen well, my impression is that Sony is doing the same thing with PSVR 2, because they said, hey, we are Sony, we will revolutionize VR. We will sell millions of units, and many developers will desire to release their game with us simply because we are Sony. Then they realize that the sales aren't going as they was expecting. They keep showing us the graphic, telling us that the sales of PSVR 2 are going slightly better than the PSVR, but the graphic indicates two lines that converge each other, and at some point over the month or years they will reach the same point. They try to reassure those who already purchased PSVR 2 with statements like, we will continue to support PSVR 2. But goddammit, 4 months after the release of a headset is like a blow on the head that leaves no escape. Just like someone going to the gym because they already paid for the membership. Sony said they want to keep the commitment simply because in the world there are people that already purchased PSVR 2. And do you know who said we will keep supporting the headset before Sony did? It was Meta. But they said about Rift S more than 4 years after the headset has been released. Now, after the things I said, don't you also wonder, Sony, what do you want to do with PSVR 2? I know, many of you already typing on your keyboards telling me that only 5 months has passed, that it's still early, that we should wait until the holiday season, but wasn't this the same person that was telling me to wait for the PlayStation showcase to see the games? And I bet that this person will be the same that during Christmas will say to wait for Easter holidays 2024. And this same person will tell me to wait for the next PlayStation showcase 2024. And the loop will begin again and again. So for you people who like to wait, I have another question. How long will you take to realize that even Sony don't seem to believe in PSVR 2? Because, guys, waiting a specific event of the year with the expectation that there will be amazing games is a mantra that you repeat to convince yourself that the investment you did will take you sooner or later somewhere. And in the meantime, out there, if you take a look on the internet, you will find many announcements for people reselling PSVR 2 due to lack of use. So come on guys, do not accuse me of treating PSVR 2 poorly, because I'm not doing. Sony is doing. I'm not mistreating the topic. And those who claim that things are going good and who are describing PSVR 2 as revolutionary headset are treating the topic very poorly. I perfectly know that it's unpleasant to realize that your investment has gone waste, but please do not comment on my video telling let's wait for Christmas holiday and we will see the bombs, the games, the exclusives, because those comments will not make me realize, oh wait, it's true, there is Christmas, because also you are telling about something that don't even exist, because no one announced games for PSVR 2 coming on Christmas. Or if you have any information about it, show me in the comments and then we can discuss about it. But, and I'm going to conclude this video, as someone who recognized the problems of PSVR 2, because PSVR 2 has some problems, I also seek possible solutions. And here's what they are. Problem number 1, the project is not targeted to a specific audience. It's unclear whether PSVR 2 aims to be a headset for VR novices, for first-time users, or experienced enthusiasts. PSVR 2 it's the complete opposite of everything. It has a lot of technology inside that other headsets don't have, which will suggest it's created for experienced users seeking a more immersive and interactive experience. But in the same time, the game catalog is full of titles that already has been played on other platforms. And this thing will be more suitable for a new user, which is someone who never played these games. But in the same time, the vast majority of these recycled games for other platforms are not so suitable for new users due to their low comfort, which can make users feel sick, and a user that feels sick playing VR is a bad experience. So this will make them give up on VR and resell the headset. And this is a person that will never come back in VR. Again, if you take a look around the internet, it's plenty of resold PSVR 2 even due to motion sickness. Problem number 2. After completing the initial setup, the user, whether new or experienced, is presented with a screen that it's not a 360-degree virtual environment like the Steam VR Home or the Rift S Home, for example. Instead, it's a series of icons and things you can click without any guide or instruction explaining you how to use them and what they are for. This lack of guidance is not helpful for new users, and again, these could find themselves confused and may decide to return the headset or resell it, labeling VR as a bad experience and not so user-friendly. And again, these persons will never go back in VR. Problem number 3. Those who manage to overcome the first two problems find themselves choosing games that, apart from genre and storyline description, do not provide any reference of something that in VR it's very important to know. Overall, for first-time users, which is the comfort level. There's no any scale in PSVR store that indicates the comfort level of every game. For those who don't know, the comfort level of VR game refers to the amount and intensity of movement that the users experience while playing. High comfort means that it's an experience that everyone can play. Low comfort means that it's an experience better designed for experienced users. In this way, new users have no idea what will they face during gameplay. So, once again, they may purchase a game only because they saw a video, they like the game, they want to play, they buy it, they play it, they feel sick because maybe the game is low comfort, and what happened next? You know it. Is the price fair? Okay, I sold it! Okay, but now give up with this VR, okay? Yeah, don't worry, never more VR again. Never more. Sony should pay more attention to addressing these issues instead of relying only on the fact that they are Sony, and stop expecting that these only will guarantee them sales. Sony is so good in telling us how many PSVR 2 units has been sold, but they never said how many of these has been resold or refunded. They never tell us how many of these are left on the side taking dust. So, Sony, these are my solutions. Create an intuitive, immersive, interactive, and funny environments that provide a positive first impression and a glimpse of what the user can do with your VR headset. Do you remember first contact on Rift S? Marvelous. I spent dozens of hours on that application and in Rift S VR because there was so many things to do that I even forgot that I had a library with games that I could run. Indicates the level of comfort for each game, so new users can understand if the game is suitable for them or not. Provide demos, I know there are. Provide more, so people can try out games before to purchase it. And overall, things because you don't have a refund policy. Again, I'm not against Sony, I'm not against PSVR 2, I'm just offering suggestion as a VR player who wants that PSVR 2 take off. So don't tell me that I'm against PSVR 2 because I'm not. I hope that this will reach Sony, even if I know that this will never happen, but these are just my opinion and my suggestions. Also, this was just a fraction of what I wanted to say about PSVR 2 and the management from Sony about this headset and all its ecosystem. There are many other things that I wanted to talk about it, such as Sony's communication, which never worked and still is not working. I would like to talk about the fact that Sony don't give any space to VR games during their own events. I wanted to compare the numbers achieved by other headsets and those achieved by PSVR 2 in the first period. But this video will have been very long. But if the topic is in your interest, let me know down in the comments and I will talk about in other videos. Now it's your turn. Let me know your thoughts. I perfectly understand that you want to defend your investment, but try to be objective for a moment. Try to see that what I'm saying is not to attack PSVR 2, because it's not my intention, but see these as a request from me and from you players to Sony to improve a product that have an immense potential. For example, if they will manage PSVR 2 just like Meta is managing Quest 2, Quest 3, the various events, everything else about VR in Meta. Overall, during the last month. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, keep following and support the channel using the super thank you button. Thank you for watching the entire video. From Ben, it's all. See you to the next one and see you in VR. Stay safe, riff raff.